Hello, everybody. I'm very happy to have you with me today for this webinar, whose mission is to share expertise and feedback on how to improve your social recruiting efforts at your organizations. So before starting, I would like to present myself. My name is Sam, and I'm the UK and Ireland director here at Work4. So we have several clients in the UK, also Ireland, and as the traction was pushing very hard from there, we decided to create this job for me. I was doing the same job for friends by the past. All right, so before getting into the details of my presentation, here a small slide that explains how to use the Gotowebinar app. As you normally can see on your screen, there is this little square on the left side of your app. It's right here. It makes you switch to the full screen mode, and in the bottom you have a section where you can freely ask questions. I will do my best at the end of my presentation to answer them. If anybody wants to reach out to me directly for a full solution showcase or an open discussion, I'm very easy to reach out. A simple email and you will get an answer in the hour. My email is very simple to remember, sam@work4labs.com. Okay? Perfect. So let's move now to the agenda of the day. Quite simple today, 4 points. First, I would tell you guys about Work4, who are we and what's our mission. Then I will take some time to present you the solutions we have developed. One that is dedicated to promote your employer brand, and the second one that is dedicated to talent sourcing. After that, I will present you some business cases we have with some partners, and eventually I will finish with a Q&A session in which I will be happy to answer the questions you have, or if you need me to clarify anything. Perfect. So before starting, a couple of words about Work4. Our mission is simple. We help companies recruit the people they are looking for through Facebook. So we are the global leader in social recruitment. We have offices in San Francisco, Paris, Dubai, and now we are tending to expand the business to the rest of the world, starting from the UK and Ireland. We have more than 1,000 happy customers in every part of the planet. We are a technological company. That is to say that we develop our own technologies, and that helped us to raise $25 million in the last years. And we are the exclusive partner of Facebook for recruitment. That is to say that we take care of developing the recruiting tools inside Facebook. And the best example of that is that Facebook themselves use our technologies to recruit their top talents and also communicate on their employer brand. Now let's move to the next slide. So yes, as I said while I was presenting Work4, we work with many customers across the globe, and as you can see it here in many different industries. Why? Simply because today almost everybody is on Facebook, and the network has no boundaries. So why have we created this company? It's for a simple reason. We noticed that Facebook had everything a recruiter can dream of. First, as you can see it on this slide, it has a huge audience. It's 1.8 billion active users worldwide. And I insist when I say active, that is to say people that log in and have activity at least 10 times a month on the network. In the UK, here are the figures, 32.5 million active users. This figure is projected to reach 33 million in 2018. And here is the repartition per age and gender. So you see that the biggest population on Facebook are between 20 and 50 years old, and most of the time is the people you want to recruit. Okay, then comes the engagement of those active users. 1 out of 5 minutes spent on the internet today is spent on Facebook, and this figure includes Google. So when you tend to look for your candidates, you need to look for them in the space where they spend the most of their time, and it happens to be Facebook. The third thing that made us realize that Facebook was a gold mine for recruiters is obviously the data. Indeed, on Facebook, there is so much valuable data that we can exploit to target the people you're looking for. And I'm not talking here only about the declarative data, that is to say, the information that the users mention on their profiles, but also the behavioral data. So what I didn't mention is that our exclusive partnership with Facebook gives us access to what we call their API. In other words, our technology is printed into the DNA of Facebook, and this gives us the chance to have access to all the behavioral data of the users. That is to say, all the users' data that you can't see, but that still exists and is so valuable. For example, if I graduated from London Business School and I have liked some associations of the school, or if I have many friends from there, our algorithm will automatically identify it. Okay, so the data, very important. We have access to the declarative data, what people mention about themselves on Facebook, and also the behavioral data, that is to say, how they use today the network. And then the last point is that Facebook is the first mobile app. And this is a critical point because 86% of the 1.8 billion active users are actually mobile users. And all our recruiting technologies are fully mobile compatible and responsive. So being mobile helps us, above all, to answer two problematics: the problematic of the urgency and the problematic of the volume. That is to say that you can have 1,000 people in the bus going back home, see the job offer, and apply very easily at the same time from their mobile phone. Okay. Now, before getting into the presentation of our solutions, I would like to share this slide with you because I think it's important to recall. Facebook is very different from many traditional recruiting channels because it's the ideal platform to reach passive candidates. So all of you guys may know it. I'm not teaching you anything here, but the biggest part of the population are passive people. They are not actively looking for jobs, but they are attentive to the market and they keep an ear to the ground. And they're often open to discuss with recruiters when it's actually the recruiters that come to them. And with Facebook, this is exactly what we do. When we build a target together, most of the candidates you will reach will be actual passive candidates. For instance, we help a company called Career Builder develop their audience, and they realized that more than 70% of the candidates they had through Facebook were total new candidates. We run a study with Facebook and Randstad, and we figured out that more than 60% of all those new candidates were actually passive candidates. Okay, perfect. So let's move now to the presentation of our solutions. So we have developed two solutions. The first one is what we call here the Facebook Career app. It's very easy to understand. It's based on one assumption. If you have a presence on Facebook, you need to have your job offers present as well. Exactly like you do on your website or on LinkedIn. That's what we offer. In simple words, it's a mirror of your career website on Facebook. And this mirror gives you the chance to build a strong employer brand identity, and I will show you how in a minute. And the second tool that you see on the right side of your screen, same, very easy to understand. It's what we call the social job posting, and it's our talent sourcing tool. So instead of advertising shoes, travels, or any other services, our technology will advertise your jobs by targeting the right people with the right picture and the right wording automatically. Okay, perfect. So let me now develop a little bit more the features of those two solutions. Let's start with the Facebook Career app. All right, so I think the best thing to do is to take an example. All right, so perfect. So here you can see that we are on the PricewaterhouseCoopers Careers Facebook page. So if I want to have access to all the open vacancies of this company, I just need to click on the type of jobs I want to see. Here, for example, for the experienced hire jobs. When I click here, I have access to all the open vacancies of the company. So this is our tool. And this tool, maybe I can take a tool that has a little bit more content. Let's take the example of the one for Jaguar. So there we go. As you can see, you can find here all the open vacancies of Jaguar in France, because we're talking here about France. This tool has three characteristics. Every day, it aspires all your open vacancies plus descriptions from your career website and integrates them into your Facebook page. The second characteristic of the tool is that it gives you the possibility to communicate on your employer brand through rolling, clickable banners, but also videos to attract candidates. See here, if I click on this video, for example, I will have people that work for Jaguar that say how amazing it is to work for this organization. So it's pure employer brand. Okay. And the third characteristic of the tool is that it has a powerful sharing tool inside it called the social job sharing that you see here that enables your colleagues to share automatically your jobs on their Facebook profile, but also LinkedIn and Twitter. It's actually used a lot, for example, for referral programs. So anybody that works within your organization, thanks to this tool, thanks to the social job sharing tool, can share automatically the jobs he or she wants on different platforms. Here you have an example of one guy that shares a job on his a job of Jaguar on his Facebook profile. So this is done automatically by the tool. And here you have an example of myself. I do it, for example, for my customers, PricewaterhouseCoopers, Jaguar, and even others, directly on my LinkedIn. And this is something that is done automatically by the tool. Okay, so this tool, to sum up, is a mirror of your career website inside Facebook that gives you the possibility to build strong employer brand identity and also to share automatically positive messages and share your brand everywhere on the internet. Perfect. All right. So here you have an example for PepsiCo. This slide shows what are the results PepsiCo got by using the Facebook Career app. As you can see, PepsiCo used efficiently our tool to leverage their brand notoriety and find candidates on Facebook. And the results are right here, around 11,000 job views every month and more than 2,500 applications. Perfect. So now let's talk about our sourcing tool, the social job posting. So as I have explained, the social job posting uses Facebook targeting capabilities to broadcast your jobs on the news feeds of the talents you want to recruit. So this is the second tool. To make it simple, it's a technology that uses all the existing data on Facebook to show your jobs to the right people and push them to apply with attractive images and attractive wordings, all this in a friendly environment that is desktop and mobile compatible. The idea of this solution is to target only the relevant people to fill your jobs and help you stop wasting time going through unqualified applications. So here you can see how the technology works. First, it extracts automatically your job DNA from your ATS or any other any job description. Then the tool creates your job ad using your job DNA and a relevant image that we know works for this type of role, thanks to our experience, expertise, and also the API of Facebook. Then, and this is the last step, we define together your target audience and we push the jobs on the news feeds of the exact people you are looking for. It's as simple as that. And it's what comes next that is interesting. Here you have an example for Intel. The tool is shaped in a way to collect the most qualified applications possible. And the workflow that you see on your screen now shows you how. When you click on the ad, there are two possibilities. Rather, you are redirected on the career website of the company, and then you as a candidate apply in the traditional way. Or the second possibility, when you click on the ad, you can apply directly by staying into an environment that is fully mobile compatible through a form that appears automatically. This is synchronizable with most of the ATSs, application tracking systems that exist on the market. This makes us get rid this workflow that you see here when you're a candidate. You click on the ad, you see the job description inside Facebook, and you are able to apply with an apply with Facebook mobile compatible form. This workflow, this funnel, makes us get rid of all the steps that exist between the moment when the candidate clicks on the ad and when he really applies. We just make it fast, simple, and straight to the point to motivate your candidates to apply and not lose them in long processes. And we know that most of the time in a big part of the ATSs that exist today on the market, the process of application is very hard, it's very difficult, and you might lose a lot of applicants when they go on your ATS, especially if they're coming with their mobile phones, because there are a lot of ATSs that are not mobile compatible. And finally, and this is actually the most interesting part of the technology is oriented toward performance. For a given budget, you receive a given number of clicks from your targets. This is how we work. And as it's written here, for each pound that you invest, you are sure to get at least, so sorry for the people in Ireland that are using euros, but for euros it's easy. It's €1, one quality click, one qualified click. So as it's written here, for each pound that you invest, you are sure to get at least 1.2 quality click from your targets on the job. This means that if you invest £10,000 for a campaign with us, you are sure to get at least 12,000 qualified clicks, that is to say clicks from your targets on the jobs that are pushed. And here you have an example for Nielsen. It's one of my customers in the UK. They have made the choice of using Work4 on an annual basis for recruiting profiles they had difficulties with. Okay, and here are the results. For an investment of 10 grand per month to promote 20 rolling jobs, Nielsen got 12,000 qualified clicks. You can see it here, okay, per month. So this is the Work4 commitment. And through this, they were able to collect, in average, 300 quality applications per month on those jobs they were unable to fulfill with other recruiting tools. And what is interesting within those applications is that you get only applications that interest you, because it's only the people that you target that are able to see your jobs. So as I was saying, the idea of the solution is, of course, to target only the relevant people, to fill your jobs, and help you stop wasting time going through unqualified applications. Okay. All right. There we go. So I was actually pretty fast. This was who we are and what we're able to do in terms of recruitment and employer brand on Facebook. So I hope this presentation was clear enough for everybody. Now let's move to the Q&A part, to the questions. If anybody has a question, please feel free to ask it. I am here for that. And if you are running out of time because you have another meeting, or if you are too hungry, even though it's not 11:30 yet, do not hesitate to send me an email so we could discuss. My email is, I'll show it to you right here, sam@work4labs.com. Don't hesitate, sam@work4labs.com. All right, so I see a question. I see a question coming. Thank you for that. What is more efficient, Facebook or LinkedIn? Well, it's a tricky question. First, thank you for this. It's important to, of course, explain what are the differences between the different recruiting tools that exist on the market. Well, it depends a lot on the type of vacancies, the type of roles you actually have. LinkedIn is an amazing tool, and I consider that we are complementary. If you tell me, for example, I am willing to recruit my next CEO, my next financial director, I will tell you that LinkedIn is the perfect tool for that. But if you are looking for a high volume of people for entry-level roles, for example, I will probably tell you that you should use Facebook. Imagine you are a retailer like Next PLC, they are my clients in the UK, and you are looking for store managers or cashiers. I'm not sure LinkedIn will be really useful here. On the contrary, on Facebook, we can find those people in an impressive volume. Same for companies like Burger King, like McDonald's, when they are looking for restaurant managers and so on. So the approach is very different, because on LinkedIn you will source directly people, send them messages and tell them that you are interested into their profiles. On Facebook, the approach is you build a target for all the people that you want to recruit, all the people that correspond to your targeting criteria, and all those guys, they see your job offers and are able to apply. And of course, on Facebook, you can find people that you are not able to find on LinkedIn. I hope this answers the question. Question from Mark. Is it possible to build in a careers page to our current Facebook platform? Of course. Yeah, definitely. This is exactly what I was trying to show with different examples here. Typically for PricewaterhouseCoopers in the UK, we can take another example for PayPal. I really like their, sorry, not PayPal Morocco, but PayPal Recruitment and Careers Europe. I'm not developing Morocco yet, but maybe one day. All right, so here, PayPal Recruitment and Careers Europe. So they have their Facebook page, and you are able to integrate the page here. And also, even if you don't have a Facebook page, we can provide you with this tool, so you can use the social job sharing tool that I was presenting before, the tool that gives the possibility to your employees to share automatically the jobs they want on the platforms they want. Typically, Nielsen, they don't have a Facebook page, but they still have a Facebook career app. They are developing their Facebook page now, and when it will be ready, we will integrate directly the little jobs tab into their page. So, of course, if you have a Facebook page, it's better. But if you still want to benefit from all of the different elements that are inside this tool, we are able to develop it for you as a standalone. Perfect. Whoa, I have a lot of questions coming. Question from Zlatko. What about Facebook profiles that don't have listed any skills or work experience? Okay, thank you for this question, Zlatko, because it will give me the possibility to highlight what I was saying in the beginning regarding the behavioral data. Maybe people that arrived a little bit later didn't have the chance to listen to me talking about this. So, yes, to answer this question, as I said when I was presenting basically our partnership with Facebook, is that we have access to what we call the API of Facebook because we have a strategic partnership with them. And through this API, we have access to what we call the behavioral data. The behavioral data is all the data that you cannot see on Facebook, but that is very, very valuable and that exists. I give you an example. I work for PayPal in their head office in Dublin. I never mentioned on my Facebook that I work for this company, but I open my Facebook, let's say, 10 times a month from my head office. Thanks to the geolocalization, our algorithm will be able to identify that you work for this specific company. Same if you have graduated from the specific school. You might have liked some associations of the school. You are probably part of some groups that are linked with this school. We will be able to identify that you graduated from this school. This is typically behavioral data. You didn't mention anything on your profile, but we are able to identify it thanks to your network or your use of Facebook. And actually all the websites that exist that are linked with Facebook, that is to say you can click on Facebook to be redirected, you can click on the specific place in the website to be redirected on Facebook. All those websites are linked with Facebook and we are able to track them. I hope this answers your question. Question from Jenny Lee. Hello, Jenny Lee. Thank you for your question. Why criteria do you base your application audience? Age, location, qualification. Well, it's a very good question. I have a little slide that shows this here. Okay, so just let me open it. So the basic information that we use, you can find them here. When we make a classic campaign, we use the location, the age, the university, the degree, the companies, the positions. So those are the basic, I would say, criteria that we use for targeting people. But what is interesting with Facebook is that it's very representative of the normal population. You know, so we can also use some softer aspects, some different elements. Typically, you can use you can exploit or target the people regarding to their passions or their aspirations or what they want to do. We are running some campaigns with Nikon, for example, the photography cameras, and they want to receive only applications from people that are passionate about taking pictures and photography. And this is typically things that we can do through Facebook. So you can exploit the, I would say, professional data, but you can also exploit some softer aspects and some things that you will not be able to exploit through other channels because Facebook is very representative of the normal population, and what people say about themselves are, of course, always true. All right. All right, I have another question here. Question from Jan. We are working with Jazz. What is better / different with Work4? Hey, hello, Jan. I don't know Jazz, and I will be very happy to know what they provide. What I can tell you, and this is a part of the answer to your question, is that we have an exclusive partnership with Facebook for all the recruiting matters. So that is to say that we have access to their API. That is to say that our tools are Facebook responsive. This is very important. And this is basically the big difference we have. And you also need to have access to Facebook's API if you want to exploit the behavioral data. So this is a part of the answer. Typically, there are other companies that provide this type of tools, but the problem with their tools is that they are not Facebook responsive. And every time Facebook changes its environment, the tools don't work anymore. I had actually the example just with Adecco a couple of days ago. I was showing them the Facebook Career app, and they were telling me, oh, this is very interesting, but we actually have a tool that is very similar. And I said, okay, I would be really happy to see it. And we went on their Facebook page, we clicked on jobs, and what we have realized is that their tool is dead. So why? It's because a month ago, Facebook changed its environment, because it changes a lot, and their tool was not what we call Facebook responsive. The only tool that is Facebook responsive is ours, and it's the reason why a company like Facebook typically uses it. So here, this is the global Facebook's careers page, and if I click on careers, you will find our tool. This is the Work4 tool. You see that it's powered by Work4, and you can go on all the different pages of Facebook that exist. You will find our tool. Okay, perfect. Second question from Mark: if they don't have the budget, how can a company build a working careers page on their own? Well, Mark, I'm sorry to tell you that if you don't have the budget, you cannot build it by your own. I mean, you can try to develop it yourself, but it will not be Facebook responsive, as I said in the beginning. There is a lot of work behind those tools, so it's normal at some point that they are sold and not for free. Question from Nikki. Hi, Nikki. Hello. Are certain industries or salary bands more successful on Facebook than others? Yes, it's a very good question. We became a must-have solution for a couple of verticals we work in. We're young graduates. This is the first one. Second one is the truck drivers. We're very, very strong for truck drivers because they're present in big volume on Facebook. We are also very strong on the care worker industry, or the disability assessors and the care workers in general. Another verticals that we became a must-have on, maybe Maiva, you can help me out with this. We have young graduates, truck drivers, care workers, restaurants, restaurant industries, and there's another one. Retail. Okay, yeah, of course, retail. Store managers, a lot of big organizations like Next PLC, Uniqlo, Louis Vuitton, and others use us to target the store managers. So yeah, we are very strong on those different verticals. Question from Nisha: do you have to pay Facebook for a job section, or is this taken into account of your pricing? No. Thank you, Nisha, for this question. It's very interesting. You don't have to pay Facebook at all. It's something that we deal with. You just have to talk to me, and I'll be able to build a pricing for you according to what you want. Of course, every time we build something inside Facebook, they take a commission on it because it's based on our partnership, but you don't have to deal with them directly. It's something that we do. Okay. Second question from Jenny Lee: would a job advert be removed from the jobs page after the application closing date has been reached? Well, it's a good question. Everything is synchronized according to your career website and your ATS. So basically, this tool that you see here is exactly the same than what you have on your ATS. So it's synchronized every day. Actually, it's synchronized twice a day. So if your job doesn't appear anymore on your application tracking system on your career website, you will not see it here. Okay? So it's, as I said, a mirror. It's exactly what you have. And if you want to, for example, apply for this specific job, the description that you will find, it will come also, it will be aspired as well from your ATS, same description. Okay, perfect. Second question from Zlatko. Thank you, Zlatko. Is there an option for headhunting, for instance, searching candidates with specific skills and experience? Yes, I think, Zlatko, you arrived a bit late on my presentation, but I will show you, I will give you a little summary. We have two different tools. If I find my slide, it's right here. So we have two different tools. We have the Facebook Career app that we just talked about, okay? And we have this second tool, and that exactly answers your question. It's what we call the social job posting. It's a talent sourcing tool. So this technology, the social job posting, and sorry for the people that already heard that, is a solution that uses all the existing data in Facebook to show your jobs to the right people and push them to apply in friendly environments. So the idea of this tool is to target only the relevant candidates for your jobs, and the idea, of course, is to help you stop wasting time going through unqualified applications. All right. Question from Jessica around pricing. What are the kinds of packages available for recruiters and how much are they? Well, it really depends on your needs, Jessica. I'm afraid I cannot give you the right answer now because it really depends on what you want to do and also the timing, the period you want to do it. So I can invite you to send me a little email and we can discuss this. I would be very happy to understand what are your needs and build a tailor-made offer regarding what you want to do. My email address is right here, sam@work4labs.com. Don't hesitate to send me a little email. We will just need 20 to 30 minutes and we'll be able to do it, and I will be very happy to help you out with this. Question from Eileen. Hello, Eileen. This is the first question from you, I guess. Are Facebook aware of this, and do they charge you for doing it? Of course, Facebook are aware of this. We have a very strong partnership with them. Our headquarters are in San Francisco, and we work hands in hands with their developers there. So yeah, they are aware of this. And do they charge us for doing it? We have a partnership. So every time we run a campaign or every time we sell something, of course, they also have the part of the cake. But I will not detail this right now. But the question is yes. Question from Yasmin. Hello, Yasmin. Hello. How can this tool be useful for NGOs? Well, it can be useful for any type of organizations. As far as you want to recruit people, as far as you want to communicate on something, it can be a specific event, it can be a job dating, it can be some missions. Typically, we launch a lot of campaigns for handicapped missions. Yes, as far as you want to target the right audience by using the data that exists on Facebook, the declarative data, but also the behavioral data, we can, of course, help you out with this. So it's for recruiting, principally, but if you want to use it for other matters, we can do it as well, of course. And third question from Jenny Lee. Thank you, Jenny Lee, for your questions. Are you able to share your presentation slides? Thank you. Of course, I will send it to you. Thank you very much for this. I hope I have your email address, Jenny Lee. If you need anything, don't hesitate. Once again, my email address is right here, and very, very happy to open a discussion with you. All right, so I don't see any other question coming. Well, thank you everybody for your attention. It was great. I wish you to have an excellent day, and I hope to hear from you very soon. Once again, don't hesitate. My email address is right here. We'll be very happy to open a discussion. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good one. Cheers.